Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome into this reading for the Capricorn solar season. It doesn't matter if you are at the right video right now. You can certainly just watch this introduction, which will tell you which reading is relevant for you, and then you can jump into that reading once you've watched the introduction and received the instructions for how to find which reading is relevant to you. For those who are new, hello and welcome in. It is so wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. It is an absolute pleasure to have you and your vibration here with us. If you want to know how to get the most out of these readings and what it is really that we're doing here on a deeper level, you can check out my How to Get the Most Out of These Readings tutorial video, linked in the description and linked in this video as well. For those who are not new, hello, my friends. Welcome back. It's so lovely to have you here. Thank you for playing this amazing game with me. As you know, I am here on this journey with you, learning alongside you and playing this wonderful game that we're playing with our spiritual support teams as we move forward. So just want to say thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate being able to bond with you in this way and be able to show up and serve you guys in this way as well. Now, if you want to support me and be part of my support system, there's many ways to do that. You can just comment on this video. You can share it with somebody you think it will align with. You can go ahead and like this video. You can also go to devotedandvulnerable.com/services, sign up for a reading with me. I do card readings and I do chart readings. Another way that you can support me is just send me a donation for this reading. I offer these readings free, but some people feel called to offer me a financial contribution based on the advice that they're getting here. So you can do that at paypal.me/devotedvulnerable. Links are in the description. So let's talk about what a solar season is. So a solar season is when the sun, the spotlight of our galaxy, is in one astrological sign for about a month. Now, this month is a little bit different than our calendar months. Usually it's from the 19th to the 22nd of one month into the 19th to the 22nd of another month. The current solar cycle that we're going to be in is going to start on December 21st, and it's going to go until January 20th. So when I talk about this, the month here, the solar season, I'm talking about that time frame between December 21st and January 20th. The solar seasons are an amazing time for us to spotlight one of the archetypes of the zodiac, wherever the sun is currently shining. It helps us to learn about this archetype by focusing on the solar Capricorns for right now, because they're the solar sign in spotlight. So look at people who have birthdays between December 21st and January 20th to learn more about this archetype. Those who are born under the sun in the sign that we're studying are always going to have their radiance, their power, and their gift expressed through the archetype that we're studying. Now we're going to get deeper into understanding where this shows up in our chart and how this influences us on an individual level when we get further on into the readings. But for the introductory video, let's now move into the energy and the archetype of Capricorn. So the first thing that I want to talk about with Capricorn is what's called the modality of Capricorn. It means like how the energy moves and expresses itself. So Capricorn is a cardinal energy. As we're studying the zodiac, we can also learn that the study of the zodiac is the study of the seasons, okay? So all cardinal energies, what that means is in an initiatory energy, it starts something. All cardinal energies start a season, which means that they are the energy that happens at the solstices and the equinoxes. So in the Northern Hemisphere here on December 21st, we're going to have the winter solstice, which starts the season of winter. Capricorn is a cardinal sign, and it represents starting this energy of winter, again, in the Northern Hemisphere. It's opposite in the Southern Hemisphere, but it's still the start of a season. It's still a solstice as well. So we're talking about an energy that starts things, that gets things moving, that brings something new into our experience. Now, the element of the Capricorn is the element of earth. The earthly realm represents our physical world, the material aspect of our lives. So the things that we can touch, the things that are physical in our reality, that is represented by the earth element. And so as we begin to study this Capricorn energy, I encourage you to think about this solar month. What is this initiatory, physical, material vibration and energy? What does it mean to you? Remember, all of these discussions of archetypes and playing with the cards to get guidance for ourselves is really meant to guide us back to our own instinctive knowing that we have already within ourselves. So, what is your own intuitive understanding of what it means to be an earthy energy that gets things started? The archetype of the Capricorn is represented by the sea goat. So you have this image of this goat climbing a mountain and going up through like impassable passes to get to the top of this mountain. That's that achieving energy. That's that initiatory earth. It's really taking one step after another to go and achieve something. It's this sea goat climbing the mountain. But the sea part of it is that the goat can also transform into having a fin, and it can swim into the emotional depths of the ocean. So Capricorn is not just this climbing the mountain archetype, it's also this archetype that can dive deep and swim in the waters. The qualities of the Capricorn archetype are resourceful, very resourceful, able to use all the resources at its fingertips, all the material resources that it has at its fingertips available to it to really achieve whatever it is that it's looking to achieve. It's very determined. It doesn't give up. It just keeps going. It knows what it wants, and it just keeps taking steps to get towards that goal. And it knows that it may take a while, and it's not daunted by the practice of it's not daunted by the work that needs to be put in and the time that it might take. Patience is another quality of the Capricorn energy, of course, because Capricorn knows that it takes time to achieve those things that are worth attaining. It's very ambitious. You'll know a Capricorn energy and archetype because it just sets out to do things that are ambitious, that are a little bit more than the normal energies and signs of the zodiac are really aiming for. It really has this energy of like, I'm going to go get it, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, and it doesn't matter how qualified I am now. I know I want it, and I'm going to get it. It's very ambitious. And it's also very responsible, very able to be aware of what's a waste of time, what is a great use of time, and it's very focused on achieving. So it's very responsible with the way that it allocates its resources, its time, and its being. It likes to know its own boundaries. It likes to keep those boundaries, and it likes to have its own value system that it stays within. They don't like failure. That's probably the shadow side of the Capricorn, is that it can be, failure can be very difficult for the Capricorn energy and archetype. And also it's got a bad reputation for being a little unemotional, especially in relationships, where relationships are more focused on what can I get out of the relationship than just the relationship in and of itself. Okay. So we are going to be talking about and focusing on in this reading, what area of your life are you going to be achieving something or focusing on an achievement within the realm of this solar phase. Now, the area of your life is going to be highlighted by which planet, the sun, the moon, or the rising sign is in Capricorn in your chart. You're going to watch every single reading for every single planet, including Pluto, the sun, the moon, or the rising that you have in Capricorn. If you don't have any of the planets, sun, moon, or rising in Capricorn, the reading that you will watch is the one that's called background Capricorn. Now, if you do not know where Capricorn is in your chart or which planets are in Capricorn in your chart, go ahead and watch this tutorial video that'll take you through how to understand and read and learn a little bit more about your birth chart information on astro.com. Link is in the description here, and it is popping up linked in this video as well. This is a necessary step into knowing which of these readings are aligned for you, because we're going to align the advice on what it is that you're achieving, and you're focusing what in your life are you really focusing on achieving in? Like, what is the theme? That's going to be shown by the planet. Now, the advice for how to get this achievement, what do you need to know about achieving in this area of your life that'll help support you with this achievement? It's going to come through the Angel Therapy deck by Doreen Virtue. This is an amazing deck. It's so supportive. It's so healing. It's so good at calling us out on things that we may or may not be aware of. And it's very gentle, loving, and nurturing. So we're going to be going to this deck for advice. And we're going to be relating that to where in our life this energy shows up. So one thing that I also wanted to mention will be happening during this Capricorn season is Mercury will be going retrograde, and we will be allowing ourselves to review the communications in our lives. It's going to be going retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, and that's going to take us from the end of this year into the beginning of next year as we look at and review our communication realm. At the same time, once we get into January, early January, we're going to see Mars, which has been retrograde since Halloween. It's going to go direct. So we're going to get forward momentum in our actions and our reactions during this Capricorn season. And Mercury, our communication realm and our learning realm, is going to go backwards into review so that we can review what we've been communicating and learning and make a better plan for how to move forward. So as this Mars starts moving forward, we're still having this little bit of backwards momentum and review energy with the Mercury in retrograde. And then once things move forward in January for Mars and in January for Mercury, we're going to see things really start falling into place at the beginning of the year, but towards the end of Capricorn season. All right, let's see what achievement, energy, and advice is coming through for this Capricorn solar season. So this reading is for you if the planet Jupiter was in the sign of Capricorn when you were born. So the planet in the astrological story represents the what of whatever it is that we're talking about. So the what of Jupiter is your luck and expansion. This rules how you expand. This rules the area of your life that you're very lucky in. This is a vibration that loves to be big, loves to make things brighter and expansive. If you think of Jupiter, it's a huge planet, right? So that's the energy that it brings into our astrological journey and story. And so Jupiter in the sign of Capricorn, your expansion and your luck comes through this archetype of climbing the mountain, of going after your ambitions, of being patient, being resourceful, being responsible. So you may actually find that your luck comes from when you are achieving or looking to achieve through expansion, right? So you might actually find that when you're focused on expanding something in your life, whether it's knowledge of something, whether it's soul growth, whether it's a business, whatever expansion you focus on in life, I feel like if you focus on it with this Capricorn archetype, this energy of focusing, being determined, being resourceful, using all of the resources that you have to your advantage, you are extremely lucky when you apply this Capricorn archetype to an expansive area of your life. So when we're talking about the reading here, we're going to be getting advice on how to achieve in the area of luck, how to achieve luck, how to achieve an expansion, and we're going to be getting guidance with the Angel Therapy deck. Let's see what they have to say. So if you haven't already, taken a few deep breaths, called in your spiritual support team, and opened your heart to receiving the guidance that's most aligned for you at this time, I recommend you do that. You may want to pause this video to set a sacred space for yourself and give yourself time to really be open to the advice that's coming through here. All right, this is a fun card to get here. Fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves helping Mother Nature. This is a fun card. First of all, I have to let you know that those of you who don't believe in fairies, you're still welcome in this reading. This reading still has a lot of potency and relevance to you. If you're curious about the fairies, you can always learn a little bit more about the fairy realm during this solar phase. You can expand your knowledge of the fairy realm. But really, if you're not into the fairy thing, don't worry. You can just replace the word fairy with Mother Earth, Mother Nature, the material realm, which again is a very Capricorn vibration, energy, and archetype, being an earth sign. But for me, what I'm feeling and hearing here is that your expansion comes through focusing on Mother Nature, on the earth, on helping Mother Nature and the earth, and your luck is relating to the material realm. Like when you're allowing yourself to take action for Mother Earth, to support Mother Earth, to work with the fairies, if that's something that resonates with you, you're going to find that you're very, very lucky. Okay. Things just happen. Magic just happens when you're out taking a walk in the woods. You may have a connection with birds or animals or little fairy creatures if you're open to that, especially during this solar phase, because we're highlighting Jupiter in your chart through this focus on Capricorn. And so your expansion and your luck is highlighted, and the fairies are calling you into nature. They're calling you into their realm. Mother Nature is calling you home to her. She wants you to visit her. She wants to hold you. And I know that some of us are in an area that is a little bit harsher to be outdoors in, but you are encouraged, my beautiful Jupiter and Capricorns, to find time to be in the outdoors for as long as is healthy and loving to your body. And I would say to make the attempt to be alone, okay, in the outer realm, so that you can have your own magic and your own experience with the fairy realm, with the magical Mother Nature energies and her beautiful creatures, her beautiful plants. I'm like seeing people going out and feeding birds, okay, things like that, to really help you to achieve some more luck, bring some more luck into your life, bring some expansion into your life. Mother Nature and the fairy realm love to receive gifts. So if you can give a shiny crystal or gifts of honey and milk or little trinkets, little shiny things, the fairy realm loves those little gifts, and Mother Nature loves gifts too. So if you want to make a donation to Mother Nature when you're out walking through her or sharing in your favorite natural space, definitely encourage you to do that. That's going to help you achieve during this solar phase, is by connecting with the Mother Nature realm. It may also be that you want to take action, you're inspired to take action this solar phase to support Mother Earth, to create an initiative that's going to help her to get involved in some sort of environmentalism or some sort of project that involves the earth, that involves the land. I'm hearing permaculture for some of you is a very focused point of achieving and point of focus. But also gardening, maybe planning for a garden for the spring is something that you really are called to. Just kind of tap into what this means for you, where you're being called to engage with Mother Nature and the earth more, and allow yourself to engage further into that. If you want to work with the fairies, research more about the fairy realm, how to bond with fairies, how to connect with them, how to learn from them. Maybe you even want to draw fairies as a fun experiment, looking at pictures of fairies. And most importantly, as I've already stated and stressed, spending time in the natural world, in the physical world, in Mother Nature. Again, in a way that's loving to your body, but even like a walk on a brisk winter night can give you so much power and clarity and connection with the universe. I'll just tell this really quick story. Once my partner and I were outside watching these deer grazing on the hostas in the front of our yard in the middle of suburbia, and they walked away from where we were to our neighbor's lawn and were grazing on the hostas over there. And we watched this guy running past listening to his music. And that guy ran straight past this lawn with two huge deer. I think one of them might have been a buck, eating hosta, and that person never looked up, never saw the deer. In that person's world, these deer did not exist. And my partner and I were only outside to witness the deer. They were such a big part of our experience of that moment, whereas that guy running past was totally oblivious. So this is the kind of energy that I'm talking about here, this awareness of Mother Nature, this awareness of her creatures, this bonding with Mother Nature and her creatures, and allowing yourself to be present in the moment so that you can witness these magical unfoldings and communications from the natural realm and from Mother Nature herself. Let me know how this resonates. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know of your beautiful nature adventures. And as always, namaste. The universal light within me salutes and honors the universal light within you. Namaste.